Yo, what's up, guys? Okay, it's that time of the year again. A few days ago, there was an announcement that we would get our January TCG ban list upcoming Friday, Friday the 13th, that is. Like always, I want to give you my thoughts on a possible upcoming ban list, so keep in mind, these are my thoughts, and it's perfectly fine that you have another opinion than me. But please, don't be that guy who shamelessly bashes someone or calls someone an idiot because he puts X card on the list. So please keep the discussion a healthy discussion, since that's always appreciated. So please don't be that guy. Okay, let's start off with the cards I think should be banned for the upcoming ban list. The first two cards, Return from a Different Dimension and Sixth Sense. I think we can all agree that both cards, or both of these cards, should go. They have no business being in the game, and I think I don't need to explain more about both cards. Next, Royal Tribute. It was a surprise last list that Konami banned Gateway and card destruction, but left this card untouched at 1. It's a very powerful spell, and looking at the new support, the new Gravekeeper support, and Royal Tribute discarding all the opponent's monsters in his hand, and at the same time give your information about the other cards in his hand, wins games. It steals games, and it makes Royal Tribute a very unbalanced and unfair card. The last card I would ban is Machine Duplication. This card will become a problem later in the format, not only because of the new Cyber Dragon support, but also with the new Kirgia support. This card can easily support OTKs. It's not even funny. Should it be banned? Yes. Will it be banned? No, probably not, since you know why hurt the upcoming decks slash support and sales, right? Okay, the cards I would limit to 1. Limited Redox, Blaster, Tidal, and Tempest. I think we can all agree that Dragon Rulers as a deck needs to die. Konami has a few ways to kill the deck, or to weaken the deck at least. Like, for example, limiting all the bigger dragons to 1, which still makes them playable in their own elemental deck. For example, Redox in Gadgets, Tidal in Mermills, and so on. This way, the baby dragons can come back, and this at the same time basically kills the Dragon Ruler deck as we know it now. Another way to put another way is to put all the bigger dragons to 2, which definitely hurts the deck, but it might still be playable. So maybe not in the form as we know it now, since we need to test that out. But other things need to happen then, and I'm mainly looking at cards like 7-star Sword and Ravine. I personally would limit it, or at least would limit the bigger dragons to 1, for the reasons I previously mentioned. Next, spellbooks. Spellbook of Secrets, Magician, or Fate. Now, if Dragon Rulers as a deck die out, which hopefully will happen, other decks will rise again, and that's something we cannot forget. Spellbooks are still a very solid deck with a lot of searching power, search power, and still have their very good quick play spell card, Spellbook of Fate. So as last format, limiting Magician or Secrets to slow them down, and at the same time forces the deck to play other monsters or play it another way. And next, limiting Fate is also definitely something to think about. The card is very, very powerful, and it makes hard for other decks to compete with spellbooks. Next, we have Fire Formation Tenki. Tenki can be played in Fire Fist, Bujins, and Constellars. It's again a powerful search card, which I would limit to 1. So in some way this will hurt Bujins because of Yamato, Constellars, and Fire Fist, but at the same time, Bujins are getting new support cards in the upcoming set. One of them is a Searcher, so I'm definitely considering putting Tenki at 1. And here I'm also looking at Reinforcement of the Army, which is also limited to 1, so basically the same treatment. Next, Evil Swarm Ophion. Like last time in my Banlist Prediction, I'm adding Ophion to the list and put it at 1. Short set, Ophion gets the same treatment as Legendary Samurai Shien. Next, Abyss Sphere. Also, the same like last list, Mermills were top tier before Dragon Lures were released, and ever since, players abandoned the deck in favor of Dragon Lures. So, if the deck is skilled, Mermills will definitely rise again, which is why the searching power and the consistency of the deck needs to be considered. And yeah, Abysphere is definitely an option to hit. The last card I would limit to one is Rekindling. It's a huge monster reborn, so should I say more? Next, the cards I would limit to, or at least put at 2, semi-limited. Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind. Blackwings got their three Whirlwinds back, so I won't be surprised if they put Gale at 2. Lone Fire Blossom. Again, I wouldn't be surprised if Konami puts this card at 2. I'm mainly looking at the new plant support that's coming out later in the format. I think Lone Fire is fine at 1, but then again, why not put it at 2 to give a boost to the new and upcoming decks and sales, right? Next, Gladiator Beast Bestiary. Finally, Gladiators are getting new support, so again, I won't be surprised if Konami puts it at 2, again to support the new and upcoming decks releases and so on. Book of Moon. It's again, pretty much Book of Moon always comes back to one of my lists. It's a very, very skillful card to interrupt the opponent's play, so I'm definitely fine if they put Book of Moon back to 2. The last card I would semi-limit it is Reckless Greed. With all the current draw power in the game, it's too easy to open or to dig for multiples at once. And because of that, you can bypass its restrictions, so you know not draw during the upcoming draw phases, or at least 2 draw phases. And the last card I would unlimit, so put back to 3, is TG Striker. It has been on the list for a few years now, because of TG Agents a few years, so why not? I think it can definitely come back at full force. Okay, a few honorable mentions. So cards I left out of the list, but I think are worth considering. First, Solemn Warning. It's a powerful trap card. The way Konami is limiting the pool of generic trap cards like Dimensional Prison, Bottomless Trap Hole, Compulsory, and so on. Banning Solemn Warning won't come as a surprise to me. Heavy Storm. I honestly don't know about Heavy Storm. On one hand, I don't like the set 4, set 5, summon a monster first turn opening and not being able to punish the player with Heavy Storm. On the other hand, it's a card that quickly enables OTKs and can break the game wide open. So it's hard to give a solid answer to this card. Last, cards like Skill Drain, Gozen Match, and Rivalry of Warlords. The cards that, when you activate them, you pretty much prevent your opponent from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I won't be surprised if Konami continues their trend from last list, when they limited cards like Dimensional Fish and Macrocosmos. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and keep in mind again, these were just my opinions on the possible upcoming ban list, so it's perfectly fine if you don't agree with my card choices. So please don't be that guy. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lead them signing out. Peace.